Hi everybody, welcome to All Games New and Old. I am David Rodriguez, and today I'm going to be unboxing Pan Am. If you're like me, you looked at this and said, what? Yeah, Pan Am, the airline that is, I believe now, completely defunct. Funko Games has come along and they have made a game based on Pan Am. I don't know a ton about how the game plays, so I'm just going to wing it. So let me flip this over here. I'll tell you what it says. Triumph in the golden age of travel. From island hoppers of the 30s to glamorous jetliners of the 1960s, Pan Am set the pace of the airline industry. Compete with Pan Am and other players as the head of your own fledgling airline. Expand your fleet of planes, build airports, outbid rivals for landing rights, and create your own globe-circling air system. Play through decades of air travel history alongside ever-growing Pan Am. Make a fortune when they buy your routes, invest in Pan Am stock when it's cheap, and don't get pushed out of the skies by your competition. So that is what it's about. You know, Funko is such an unusual company to me. I mean, I'm not even talking about their pops, which are, you know, cool in their own right, but they'll just find these IPs that I don't think anyone would have ever asked for. Like, I probably would have completely forgotten that Pan Am had ever existed if this game had not come out. And they make games out of them. And the real crazy thing is they're often really good games. It'd be one thing if they took these weird IPs and made just cruddy games and you'd be like, well, yeah, of course. No, like that. I mean, I haven't played this yet, so who knows? But in general, their games are really pretty good. So kind of an amazing thing. So, you know, like I said, I don't know too much about the gameplay of this. I've heard like little bits of it, but it's been out for a little while and I just don't remember. You know, I'd really love to learn how to play this game. If someone could coach me on how to play this, I would be in the first class. But let me go ahead and open this up using my trusty pizza cutter. Get that in there. Okay, very good. Okay. All right, we're tearing this open like a little bag of peanuts. Let's flip that over and let's pull this lid off of here. Now, honestly, when a game says it involves buying stocks, I'm usually like it drops my interest, to tell you the truth. But this is supposed to be a really light game, so who knows? Maybe if I try it out in this and I decide I enjoy that and would like it in a more complicated version, maybe I'll go on to other games with stocks. But usually it doesn't excite me very much. But yeah, you know, I was thinking about how they must come up with their ideas. And I think they go to cons and they get people talking and about what kinds of games they could never possibly make. And then when someone comes up with something bizarre enough, they say, we're going to do that. Because I mean, really, if there was some kind of competition for who could come up with the weirdest game or weirdest IP to do a game about, I think with this one, Funko would really run away with the prize. So let's look at the rule book here. All right, so let's see. So 16 pages because of the end of it. Not really tiny print though, so shouldn't be too complicated. Looks like lots of cool full color pictures. So I don't think it's going to be real hard to get the hang of, but we'll see. Haven't played it yet, so time will tell. All right, so let me, I was going to do the second, but let's do the board first. Let's get this board out. I'm curious about it. I may have to zoom out to get it all in the picture. Oh boy, this is bigger than I was expecting, actually. So let's see. I'm going to zoom this out and we'll see if we can get a good look at this here. Okay, so I'm going to kind of scroll this down a little bit just to show it to you. We've just got a cool map here. All the different routes I guess I could be going and ones that you can, I believe, claim as your own. It's not the most brightly colored game board I've seen. Yeah, it's sort of a little bit muted. But for some reason, I think that's perfect because of like when Pan Am was in operation. I kind of like that it's not, you know, super, super fancy and new looking. It kind of shouldn't be. Because like I said, Pan Am's been gone a while. Now I'm going to struggle and never be able to fold this thing out. That's what's going to happen. Okay, I don't know. I'm just going to move that to the side so I don't break it. All right. Okay, here we go. Let me zoom back in. You can see what I've got here. Okay. There we are. So we've got a horde of tokens here. Let me pop this open. I think it might just be two-sided, so we might not really need to, but let me do it just in case. Okay. I wonder if the initial idea was just to create a game based on airplanes. Like, I wonder if they started with the IP, or if they actually were just like, well, let's do a plane game, and then somehow they decided to, you know, model it after a defunct airline, so it'd be, you know, relatively cheap. So let's see. And I guess someone probably finally eventually recommended Pan Am, and they were like, yeah, that's the ticket. So here's what we got. Lots of fives, little Pan Am logo tokens, first player token. I'm not sure what this is. Looks like a little money token there, maybe. I'm not sure. We've got some big cruiser cards. I'm not sure what those do, but we'll find that out eventually. All right. Lots of little cards. So this is, I'm not going to open this up because it looks like these are just like money, because we got ones and fives. A certificate of stock. Certificates of stock. Oh gosh, I can't remember. I was listening to some podcast recently, and they actually replaced these with actual Pan Am stock certificates, which apparently are not super expensive right now. So that's kind of a nice way to make your game look more impressive. Let me open this up and see what these are. I think these are all just going to be cities that you can go to, but I'm not certain. So let's take a peek. That plastic likes to stick to my hands. All right. Let's see. We got, let me see if I can get that to focus on there a little better. There we go. So yeah, just all kinds of places you go. Calcutta, Istanbul is there. San Francisco, Seattle, Bathurst. I mean, there's a ton of, oh, and then there's, okay. Plane sale, discount plane, new opportunities. Okay, so there's all kinds of little cards there. I'm not sure if they're goals or actions. Let's take a look at this. This looks interesting. Event deck. I like games with event decks. You know, they tend to throw a little monkey wrench into people's plans, which I think that some people probably don't like that. But as long as it's not too catastrophic, or if it is kind of catastrophic, if the game is not super long, you know, you don't want to get to the end and be winning, and then some event happens and it brings it all burning to the ground. That's not what you want. Okay. South American Push, radio communications. These are all, I mean, they look like cool newspapers, basically. Translate travel, and then it has like an action what it does. It sounds like each player may sell one route to Pan Am. So yeah, just let you do things throughout the game. That's kind of interesting. Oh, they're divided by round too, because it's round 1, and then as it got to the bottom, went all the way to round 7. So that's pretty neat. Oh, let's take a look at these dice. This looks really cool, or this die, I should say. This is a tiny bag, so bear with me as I struggle to get my stupid fat fingers to open them. It also has a little standee thing here. I'm not sure what that's for yet. We will perhaps figure that out. Let's take a look at this die here, if I can get it to focus on that good. Oops. Hopefully you can see that. So it's got these weird like lines on there, but then it also has the Pan Am logo. Pretty neat. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if those are what that's for, but it's interesting to see. We got a few plastic cubes of a few different colors there. There's something under here. What do we have here? Let me get to the little minis here in a second. What is this? Oh, this is probably player boards, I'm guessing. Let's take a look. Yellow, kind of a maroon or brownish. Yeah, these must be player boards because your income, all that sort of thing, and your round sequence. Okay, that's nice. They're not real thick, but I don't imagine you need to do a lot of different things with them, so that's probably okay. All right, I'm going to get the traditional gray airplanes out. Let's take a peek here. Here, get a few of these out. Oh, they've got little ball joint stands. These guys here. So I imagine... Nope, I'm wrong. Okay, I thought maybe you could stick them in the bottom of these planes, but not the ones I'm grabbing anyway. Well, we'll figure it out. It doesn't matter. Let's look at the planes. That's the most interesting part when you're talking about playing. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I imagine these are modeled after real planes. I'm not any kind of expert in that. You know, I've heard a lot of people kind of rave about these and say they look really fancy, but to be honest, I think they look a little plain. But maybe that's just me. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put this away. You get the idea. There's lots of planes in here. I think that's all the components. So I appreciate you watching this video and bearing with me on all my ridiculous puns. Some people don't like to put many puns in their videos, or maybe I'll do one every so often, but when I get an opportunity, I really like to pile it on. So, with that being said, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit like and subscribe and click the little bell icon so you know about the next time I put out a video. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you all around the table again at All Games New and Old. Bye. All right, if you liked that video, you have impeccable taste, and you might like this video.
Or this one.
Either way, if you want to see more, please hit this button to subscribe.
We'll see you around the table.
Bye.
Bye.